In this video, I'm going to give you 6 tips that are going to put your clients way deeper into hypnosis. Now, I'm going to save the best for last. And why is that? Because I want you to watch the whole video. And if you're wondering why I'm holding my hand here, it's because I just made another video that the focus was off and I already had wrote out the first one. So I decided, let me just leave it up and then I'll do the reveal when we do this next video. So let's see what number 1 is. Number 1 is you want to have your clients look up and pick a specific point to focus on. The reason we do this is because number 1, when we look up, it signals to our brain that we're about to go to sleep. If you've ever opened somebody's eyelids when they're sleeping, you'll notice their eyes are rolled into the back of their head. So when we look up intentionally, it starts to signal to the brain, hey, it's time to relax. Now, when we get somebody to focus on one specific point, that will also put them in trance. If you ever notice when you daydream, what happens? Well, you typically look at something, you get stuck on a point, and then you go into trance. All right, so get your clients to look up and focus on one specific point. Step number 2, this is optional, but I like doing this, is you have them look back and forth, okay? If you've ever seen like the typical or stereotypical hypnotist, it's somebody that would have a watch and they have somebody go back and forth like this. Well, the reason why that is done is because when we're looking up like this and we start looking back and forth at an object, our eyelids get extremely heavy and extremely tired and fatigued really, really fast. And that's because we don't normally use those muscles, right? How many people are looking up, going back and forth? So what will automatically start to happen with our clients is as they're looking back and forth, their eyelids are going to get really, really heavy. And as that's happening, you will say to them, hey, you're going to notice your eyelids feeling heavy, feeling so tired. Your blink rate begins to slow down. And as this is happening, they're thinking, oh my God, the hypnosis is working, which it is. The reason it's actually working though is because they're going to fatigue on their own. So if you can do this, if you're in person, have an object go back and forth. If not, you can just have them simply say, I want you to look to your left and look to your right. Look to your left and look to your right. And have them keep doing that over and over as you put them into trance. Tip number 3 is to sync with their breathing, okay? This will put you in extremely deep rapport with somebody. It's actually one of the most deepening rapport techniques you can do is sync with somebody's breathing. And an interesting thing will happen. They will start to follow your words and your suggestions even more so because you have that deep rapport. Now, the more and more you work with clients, the more and more you're automatically going to be in rapport. If this is a client for the first time, this is very, very key to do. The other thing that will happen when you sync with somebody's breathing is as you go through the hypnosis session, even if you have, your own hypnosis script, you'll be guided by your intuition because you're very connected to this person. And what you'll often hear clients say is like, wow, man, it felt like you were telling me exactly what I needed to hear. Because again, you're going to have the stuff that you already want to say, and then there's going to be your intuitive side that's going to guide you on what to say. And that is, again, by syncing with their breathing. So what I'll do is when I start my hypnosis session, I'll say, okay, I want you to take a long, deep breath in and hold it for a few seconds. And as they take a deep breath in, I'm breathing in with them, right? Hold it. And as you breathe out, and then when they breathe out, I'll breathe out. Go ahead and close your eyes. So again, we have them looking up, take a deep breath in, you breathe with them, and then breathe out. And I'll typically do about 4 breaths once I have their eyes closed, just to really get them relaxed and to also sync with their breathing. All right, tip number 4, really quick before I give that one to you, if you're finding value in this, hit that like button for me if this is all making sense and you're getting this, okay? So tip number 4 is to sync your words with their breathing. So what do I mean by that? Well, if I'm going to say, take somebody deeper into trance, okay? I'm going to say the word deeper as they're breathing out, as their chest is actually collapsing rather than expanding. And what you'll notice is when you do this with people, it will feel to you and to them very in alignment. So let's actually give this a test right now. I want you to notice the difference. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do it correctly the first time, then we're going to do it incorrectly the second time. So in other words, I want you to, when I breathe out, or when I say to breathe out, I'm going to say deeper, and I want you to pay attention to how you feel the first time. Then we'll do it a second time, and then what I'm going to have you do is breathe in as I say deeper, and you're going to notice the difference. Okay, so let's do this. So I want you to take a deep breath in, and in a moment, when I say deeper, I want you to breathe out. All right, so deeper as you breathe out. That's right. Breathe in. Deeper as you breathe out. Deeper. Breathe in. Breathe out. Deeper. All right, you feel that? You feel how it's in alignment? Hit the like button if you felt it. All right, now what we're going to do is I want you to breathe in as I say the word deeper, and then breathe out, and then breathe in when I say deeper, and I want you to notice how you feel the difference between the two, okay? So go ahead and breathe in, deeper, and then breathe out. Breathe in, deeper. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in, deeper. Breathe out. Awesome. So this is actually the first time I've ever done this virtually on a video. I usually do this in our hypnosis classes. And when I do it, I can see everybody breathing, so I can sync it up a little bit. So if you could do me a favor, type in the comments what you felt. Did you feel a difference? Did it feel the same? What did it feel like to you when we did it correctly and incorrectly? Okay? Okay, number 5, and we're almost to number 6, which is my favorite, is to speak slowly and lowly. All right? I don't even know if lowly is a word. Here's the thing. Deeper, more barreling tones speak directly to the subconscious mind. You ever notice that radio show hosts or podcast hosts that you really love, they typically have a deeper, they kind of have that quote unquote radio voice? It's because that radio voice is resonating with us subconsciously. So when you're talking really fast and you're talking in an upbeat tone, people will feel, they feel like, oh, it's a little too much. And you probably felt it when I just did that. But when you speak slowly and lowly, directly to their subconscious mind, their mind will automatically accept your suggestions, all right? Now, the reason why we breathe slowly is because when we are speaking, we are affecting the person's brainwave cycles, meaning the faster you speak, the faster they have to process information. And the faster they have to process information, the faster their brainwave cycles are going. And the faster your brainwave cycles are going, the less you're in trance, or you're more in your conscious mind. So if I'm speaking really fast like this, their brainwave cycles are going really fast, and they feel like, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. But when I speak lowly and slowly, you now go into trance. You like that? Number 6, and this is, if you just do this, okay? If you just do this from the very beginning, it will make everything easy. It'll make everything automatically click and fall into place. And that is, go into trance yourself. All right? Here's what happens when you go into trance yourself. You will automatically speak slowly and lowly because you're in trance. You will know how to sync with the person's breathing just naturally, and you'll be very, very intuitive with the way that you put them in hypnosis. So you'll notice there's certain words that you emphasize even more. Something inside you is just saying, really emphasize this. Or there may be words and sentences that come to you that you know, like, hey, this person needs to hear this exact word. It's almost like a combination that unlocks their true potential. So while you're in the state of trance, you're starting to tune in to their frequency. You're on that same wavelength. It's just like, again, if you've ever spoke to somebody, you're like, man, you just took the words out of my mouth. Or you were saying exactly what I was thinking. Or, man, that's exactly what I needed to hear right now. It's because whether you realize it or not, you were in sync with each other, right? They're able to pick up those ideas. Now, the way that I go into trance is very simple. When I have the clients look up, I look up with them. And I sit there in my office and I'll sit, and I do all my stuff virtually anyways, and I'll sit there and okay, take a deep breath in, breathe out, and I'll let myself be in that trance. And if I am, you know, sometimes I do a script, sometimes I don't. It's like 50-50. If I'm using a script, I'll read the words very slowly, allow myself to be present. If I'm doing it just off the top of my head, what I like to do is I'll pick something to focus on, not up, but I'll look at the client and I'll just go into that space and just keep my eyes focused on them so I'm in trance. And I'll just say whatever words are coming to me. All right? So guys, if you like this video, hit the like button, comment your favorite one. If you have any other tips, if you're a hypnotherapist or hypnotist and you want to add to this list, go ahead and comment them down below. And if you're somebody who would like to learn hypnosis on a deeper level and you really want to be able to help transform other people's lives while also transforming yourself, I have a free hypnosis training down in the description you're absolutely going to love. It's going to give you some of the basics of hypnosis. You're going to learn some hypnotic language patterns that you can use literally right now. And they're matter of fact, you're already using these hypnotic language patterns. I'm just going to point them out so that you can intentionally start to use them to program your own mind to manifest success in your life and to program the minds of others. So your kids, your friends, your family, your clients, your coworkers, your employees. So you're going to learn some of those hypnotic language patterns in the training. So if you want to get access to that, click the link down in the description. We'll see you guys in the next video.